Hello folks, Killface Balor here. This is basically an update to my build video due to the fact that I recently got back and was testing a different build shortly before I left the first time. I'm going to need to redo my build, and I wanted to just go ahead and record that process. So I've already set up my hotbar slots the way that I intend to at least use them to start with. We have the green firework, mostly just because I think it's cool. But other than that, we have the skills and the stats set up a little bit differently than normal. I wanted to go ahead and show you kind of what that would look like. So anyway, first, go here and we use a rebirth and Book of Alteration. I'm going to use the Book of Alteration first, and the reason is my character is still dressed after that. And when I go and use the Book of Rebirth, not so much. You'll notice I'm down to base stats there, and all my skill points are there available to spend. Okay, and that skill is gone because the invocation of rending was a skill from my offhand. So anyway, first things first, fashion. I always equip the fashion first because I want to still look epic while I do my build. Let's do this. Hey, not cool. There we go. Okay, now that we're looking good again. For anyone who's wondering why you can't see the Otherworld portal in my portrait here, it's because the portrait is taken from the position of the nearest laystone. Right. So, I think we're going to want, as far as rings go, we don't want it in that slot. We want it in some other slot. There we go. And we get one more. I think I was using a Godly Aggie ring again. Because that's the first slot. Oh no. Crap. Sorry, if your finger drags along the help button, it will go ahead and play the help whether you want it or not. I think that's the correct side. See if I can move that ring. The answer is no. No, I cannot. What a bummer. Just a second. Sorry. There, I almost had it. I don't know if you can tell. There we go. Ha! Okay. Now, we'll go ahead and do that. Well, you know what? I want to do this one first. And you'll see it should have gone in there, but it did not. There's actually a glitch with this, which is a bit unfortunate, but whatever. Where from this page you actually hot swap to a different slot than you would hot swap to from the main screen. It makes it very difficult to control. I want. Okay, now I've equipped all my gear first, because that's going to come into play with my skills and stats later on. This lets me see what my baseline health and energy are, and it lets me make some better decisions about what I want the rest of my gear to look like. So you want to be fully equipped by the time that you start to apply any kind of points. Okay, now, first things first, I'm going to use a build very similar to the one I was using before. So I'm level 155. I need 3 times that in vitality, and I start with a base vitality of 10. 3 times 155 is 465. So I actually only need to add 455 vitality. But as you can see, it gives me both numbers here with this nice little slider. Nailed it. Okay. There we go. And that's just because of my rule that no matter what, my vitality needs to be at least 3 times my level. And I actually feel like it should be higher than it is right now, but whatever, apparently it's not. And my dexterity needs to be at minimum twice my strength. Also, that's vitality before gear, so if I had other vitality gear, I actually would not change my base vitality. From what it is now, I have 325 points. I definitely want to get at least to 500 dexterity. Right, I can't sit this close to not 500. And here's the reason why I wanted to apply the bracelets that I did. Here I am with 150 strength. You'll notice that at the moment, strength bracelet, dexterity bracelet. But the other hot swap bracelet that I have here is another strength bracelet, which means I'll have 225 strength if I have that particular bracelet applied. But I wanted this base number, the lowest that my strength could go, because I know I'm going to be prone to plenty high enough dexterity and not enough strength, which looks to me like I should be putting another 150 points in strength at the moment, honestly. Let's go ahead and do it this way. There we go. All right, so I can get to 665 dexterity, which is okay. I could do that. I'm thinking if I go to, say, 320 strength? No, because my dexterity will drop. My dexterity will drop when my strength rises. And that's actually during a cast of poison weapon, which is not what I want in life. So, that being said, we're going to put, well, for starters, let's just go ahead and put dexterity up to, we're going to do it this way. We're going to put it up to 600. You can type it in if you're certain of what you want. I wasn't entirely certain of what I wanted. And you'll notice I do this in little increments just because I want to fine-tune it, and I have something in particular that I feel like I'll be happy with. I could do 25 into strength, and yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to do 40 in dexterity and 25 in strength, and the reason is that will bring my strength to 400 when I hot swap. Okay. You'll notice my build is very heavy on vitality, no focus, and more energy than strength, or more dexterity than strength, but right now my base strength is actually higher than my base dexterity. The reason for that is because, I'll show you this, I have the Dagger of Haste, which means that, well, Fiery Dagger of Celerity, but, you know, the dagger that adds haste at 150. Which means that I have that extra 200 points of dexterity to deal with. So that's, you know, that's a thing. Okay, now, here we go. Poison weapon. I am at 11 out of 35. That will not do. Here's what we must do. We hot swap so that we have all of our poison weapon gear equipped first, and then we go into skills. We open this. Now I want this maxed, which means I can put whatever number I want. And it will stop it at the max it can go, which is 50 there. Okay. There we go. That is perhaps my most energy efficient damage skill. Now, before I start doing anything in here, I'm going to do the same thing. Close out, hot swap, the way that I would in a fight, hopefully. Now this one, by the way, 50 is the cap, so 50 you can punch in, it'll always get you to the top. Even 49 I think you can punch in and always get you to the top, although I'm not certain. And you'll notice mine stops at 45, that's okay. Alright, so there's my 1300 spare defense, which that's going to be very nice for solo leveling. Now, Shadow Strike. I'm prioritizing the skills that I think are going to be most useful to me. I do have a hope that I'll be able to maximize all of these. I don't think that's the case. I don't think I will. Yes, one more. So this is going to be a sad moment in life. And then all of my spare points will go here into lifesteal, which sadly is going to be not very powerful. Now, why did I prioritize riposte over lifesteal? Because of the kind of gold that I'm going to make from it. I did not do my hot swap there, but as you can see, it's less important when you're not near the top of your abilities there. Okay. So that was the way I do my build and the way I would do it. Now, the other thing that I need to do is go run a test to see how well it works. So we will go to... Really, I want to see how well it works in Kero. And the reason for that is that's the main place I plan to be. So really the 155 bogans are what I'm going to have to deal with. You'll notice I have some X's in that area on my map. Those are actually very low opponents, so it's not as good a test as it seems like it would be. Also, I don't have nearly the sigils that I would like to have, which is going to be a problem with regenerating. Normally I could step off the mount and regenerate quite quickly if I were as stocked on sigils as I'd like to be. We'll go ahead and kill this since it's convenient. Okay, now my buff page is all the way on this side because normally you can stand here like this, outside of combat. Do your buffs. Go back, okay. Now, here we go. Now, bear in mind that this guy's going to die sooner than I would normally expect. I actually probably should not have even used that there, but we'll save it. Notice I did not hot swap, should have. This is me getting used to a new build. Also getting used to playing rogue again. My buffs last a long time. Normally I would have my auto attack on as a rogue. My main on Epona is a mage, as many of you know. So this is more set up for my mage, which is unfortunate. I'm okay with the way this is going, but honestly, I'm a little worried about how long it's going to take me to run out of energy, whether or not I run out almost immediately. Okay, well that's not cool. Let's there we go. Now we're going to go test this against a stronger set of opponents. In theory, this should be a good way to solo level. Let's equip weapons again. Rebuff, right? If you're about to start a new fight, there's no reason not to rebuff. You can do it relatively easily without a lot of risk to yourself, so you might as well. Now you'll notice I'm still under attack from that blight bow, which is annoying, but you know, I'll live. So we're going to run through all of this, and we're going to purposefully pick a bit of a difficult spot. Now I think I'm taking on too much too quickly, but I'm not entirely sure. Yes, turns out I am. Oh well. So used to playing a level 200 character. Oh, the blight bows do add up as far as if they're attacking you, that is going to be a problem. Now, the cool thing is, riposte has range when you're being attacked by blight bows. Oh, good heavens, no wonder it was hard. I was being attacked by many, many of them. Good grief. Okay. Also, this has a bit of range, so let's just kill that guy. That's kind of cool. Alright, now this also has range. Little bit of healing. Tad bit of damage. You'll notice my autos are quite low, but I do dodge a lot of attacks. Not necessarily enough to bet on too much, but there you saw I did fairly well, I think, in that challenge. So anyway, here's a shot of my build again, right, of what I chose to set my stats at, and that 400 strength and 565 dex that you're seeing is created by this. And really, I should be fighting with that, with this set of stats, I think, mostly because the bracelets that I have, the fast reflex bracelet gives me 250 dagger ability, and the poisonous bracelet gives me cunning. The cunning does not do as much as the dagger ability does, I believe, in most cases. So anyway, yeah, that's it. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day.